Hey, bonjour and welcome back to eNCA. This is Today. Ashleigh Buhai made history becoming the first South African woman to win the British Open in Scotland. The 33-year-old is one of two female South Africans to ever win a golf major in the sport. Buhai joined Sally Little back in 1980 and Alison Sheard in 79. Well, the champion joins us live from Florida to talk to us about her heroics. Good afternoon from South Africa. Good morning in the US. It's great to be talking to you, Ashleigh. I mean, an emotional victory for your maiden major title. Talk us through that special moment.
Hey, thanks for having me on today. Obviously it was, once it all happened, it was a whirlwind of emotions. Some relief and then mostly just joy. So it was just, it's still very difficult to put into words and actually think that I'm the 2022 AIG Women's Open champion.
I mean, what was your game plan rushing towards the 18th as the South Korean Chun In-ji was hot on your heels? It didn't look like it was going to be a victory, but luckily it was. Ashleigh.
Yeah, I had a 5-shot lead going into the day, and it doesn't matter how big a lead you have in a major, it's always just going to be so difficult to win it. And then, I made a triple bogey on my 15th hole, which then pulled me back to tie the lead with NG. But I was very proud of how I composed myself, stayed in the moment, pod coming in to give myself the chance to get into a playoff. And then we managed to pull it off and win the championship on the 4th playoff hole.
I mean, Ashleigh, I wonder what's next. You already have your first major with this title. What is next on your wish list?
To be honest, I think I just need to soak this in and realize the accomplishments. It's been a dream of mine to obviously win a major. That's what I've practiced for all my life, and now that it's real, I think I just need to step back, appreciate where I am and reevaluate. Obviously I'd love to win more golf tournaments. That's always our goal. It's so difficult to win out on the LPGA, but hopefully now my confidence will go up and I'll be able to bag a few more wins.
All right, your steady rise to prominence, having turned pro at an early age, I think it was 14, is very unparalleled. How does your victory inspire young girls to take up the sport and for amateurs to not give up their dreams in South Africa and Africa at large?
Yeah, turning pro, I was 18 when I turned pros. That's the age you're legally allowed to turn professional. There was so much expectation on me. I had, a really good amateur career, and people expect me to come out the blocks, which I did. I won on the Ladies European Tour straight away, but this is a journey. It's been a long travel to get to here. There's highs and lows in anything in life, and in sport particularly. We go through injuries, schedules, Q schools, trying to play out on different tours. I'd like to say that I've definitely been a journey professional. I've played on all tours around the world to get to where I am, and finally now been able to conquer and win my first major.
What's been some of the challenges that you have faced along the way?
Well, I think, just coming from South Africa, you're forced to travel in order to compete. I learned that from a young age. I was afforded the opportunity by Golf RSA and my parents to play in tournaments overseas. Being 18 and traveling the world, I had to grow up very quickly, and there's also injuries. I had to have hip surgery in 2013, which put me back a minimum of 6 months, but I'd say I was only healed fully a year after. So there's just so many highs and lows, and there's always a point in your career where you ask yourself, am I going to do it? Am I going to be able to win out on the LPGA? And I always believed it, but like I said, it's so difficult to win out here as everybody is so competitive.
All right, Ashleigh, in closing, what is the next competition you'll be taking part of, and how do you plan to approach it?
I will be heading to Canada in 2 weeks' time for the CP Canadian Women's Open. It's also one of our big tournaments on schedule, so I'm really looking forward to it. I think I'm going to have to learn to manage my time a little bit better. There's obviously going to be a few more things asked of me when I get to tournaments, but that's all good problems to have to deal with.
Awesome stuff, Ashleigh. Congratulations. South Africa is definitely proud of you of becoming the Women's British Open winner. That was Ashleigh Buhai all the way out in Florida, the US, talking to us about that great maiden major victory all the way out in Scotland. Okay.